box has just arrived. So this month's Wake Up box is called Go Nuts for Bananas, and the recipe is for mini walnut loaf cakes. If that isn't a lockdown recipe, if I've ever seen one. So yeah, just open the box, and this one we have the recipe for the mini walnut loaf cakes with the little recipe card that you get. And then we have, in terms of equipment, we have a piping bag, and then we have the mold. So this is this month's bit of equipment. It's a silicone 8-hole mini loaf mold, I guess. I wasn't expecting silicone. I thought it would be like a proper one. I'm not always a big fan of silicone because I hate washing it. But maybe this one's better. We'll see. And then we've just got this month's ingredients. So there's not that many. Some light brown sugar, some flour. We've got caster sugar and icing sugar, probably for the icing. And then we've got 2 extra little bags of walnuts and banana chips. So yeah, that's all the content of this month's Bake Off box. I've just checked the recipe card for this month's bake. Because I knew it was going to be some banana cake. I already have bananas, so they're really ripe, so I'm prepared. And I also need butter and 2 medium eggs. So I actually have all the ingredients in the house. Typically, when the sun's shining, I have everything. And last month, when there was a snowstorm, I had to go out and buy the ingredients. But yeah, I got everything ready. So I think just head over to the kitchen and start baking. Okay, I am in the kitchen and I think I am ready to go. So I've got the instructions here, I've got all the ingredients ready. So yeah, let's just start with step number 1. So I've already preheated the oven to 190 degrees. Now I have to grease this loaf tin or tray thing with a little butter. Now I actually have this really cool like spray thing, so I'm just going to use that because I'm lazy. But yeah, I thought I'd show you because yeah, it's very cool. So you get just comes that, and you probably can't see it, but greased, done, easy. And so I've placed this thing onto a baking tray so that once the loaf tin is filled later, when I pick it up, it doesn't just go flop. So yeah, done that. Right. Okay. Now step 2: in a small bowl, mash the bananas with a fork and set aside. It says not to over mash your bananas to keep some texture. I always really mash my bananas like to a pulp when I make banana bread. But we will go with what the recipe says. Like I said, with these ones I'm trying not to go too off script like I normally do. So yeah, we're going to roughly mash the bananas. Okay, that is the bananas mashed. Step number 2, place the butter, caster sugar and light brown soft sugar in a bowl. Oh god, this recipe uses the creaming method. Not my favourite. Caster sugar. Try not to make as much of a mess as I did last time opening these. I say this, I'm just setting myself up. There we go. Right, and now cream together for 3 to 5 minutes until light and fluffy. So, it says with an electric hand whisk or a wooden spoon. Yeah, the whisk. Right, okay, that is my butter mixture, pale and creamy, or paler because it's brown sugar, so it's not going to go completely pale. Right, okay, now comes the difficult bit, which is adding the eggs. So they do actually say that well, add obviously 1 egg at a time and add a little bit of flour whilst you're doing it, and that's what I normally do when I do the creaming method as well, because otherwise the mixture just curdles and then it just turns into a bit of a mess, and although you can still use it, the cake just doesn't really taste as good. So we are going to go very slowly with this. So it says add 1 egg, mix well. To prevent the mixture splitting, add 2 tablespoons of flour. Then mix in the remaining egg, scraping down the sides of the bowl. I could probably already do that. Okay, well, like I said, I think I'm already going to add some flour to the first addition even, because you can never be too careful in my opinion. Just gonna add. Right. Oh, so I'm trying to learn how to crack eggs into bowls with 1 hand. Is this the right time to try that or practice the skill? Probably not, but no risk, no fun. Okay, let's try. Oh, it was so good until I dropped this bit. Okay, but not like that worked. I'm taking that one. Yeah. Right. Okay, mix. Okay, that's looking good. No cartilage so far. Time for egg number 2. Right, okay. First, more flour. Another big. Okay. Risk it for the biscuit or for the banana loaf. Good. Yes, okay, and mix. Okay, this is where we're at. It looks okay, almost like on the verge of splitting. I find this so stressful, creaming method. So it says add the flour in thirds, so I'm just going to quickly crack on with that. No pun intended. Right, okay, and now comes the final third of flour. This is a very thick batter, I think. Right, final third of flour and the mashed banana. So that's the mix. And now the final step is just to add the walnuts that I've already chopped from the bag and just fold these in now. That's the mixture done. So now I need to divide this evenly between the 8 bits of the tray. So I'm tempted to weigh it. Got the scales, hang on. Okay, I think it's about 125 grams a bit, but I mean also that doesn't look too wrong in terms of fillage. Okay, so that is all of the tins filled. I am going to put them in the oven now for 30 minutes. And then I will take them out to cool and I will see you later. Okay, so it is a little later. The cakes have come out of the oven. I've left them for about an hour and they're completely cool now. That's the good thing about making mini things, they cool faster. And now I'm going to make the buttercream. It's a bit unusual, I think, having buttercream on top of banana cake. I don't normally do it, so we'll see how it works. I'm also not the biggest fan of buttercream, but I have kind of figured out how to make it taste better and not taste of butter. And the real, what's that Betty Butter there's some sort of weird tongue twister there. Yeah, so I think the trick is really to just whisk the butter for a really long time first, and then add loads of sugar. So that's what I'm going to do. It does say here as well, to whisk the butter for about 2 to 3 minutes until very soft and smooth, and then add the sugar. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, that's looking good now. Like, as you can see, it's almost white, and that's kind of what you want. Okay, so now we're gonna add the icing sugar. Oh, sift in the icing sugar. 1/2 and then the other half. I hate sifting. I think that looks good. Plus I've been whisking for ages and I'm fed up. Right. So this is what the buttercream looks like. Smooth and thick. Wonder if maybe I should give it a quick taste to see that I've mixed in the sugar enough. Yeah, buttercream really isn't my favourite. I mean, it tastes fine. It could probably do with more sugar in my opinion, and some vanilla. But we're sticking to the recipe, so let's go with it. Right, this will now be filled into the piping bag. Again, they suggest the same trick I always use, which is to take the piping bag, put it into a glass, and open up like so, and then you can use that to help hold up the piping bag whilst you scoop buttercream in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, shake. Shake your booty. Okay, and now just squeeze it down, make sure there's no air. And that's it, buttercream in piping bag. Okay, so now it says to snip off about a 1 centimetre hole at the bottom of the bag, so that you can pipe little S-shaped sort of zigzag lines on the cake. So let's do that. 1 centimetre. There, that'll do. Okay, and now pipe S-shaped lines like so onto the case. Let's go. The last ones look the best. I needed a while, I think, to get in a flow, but that's the buttercream one. And now we decorate with the dried banana chips and some chopped walnuts. Yeah, so earlier I put in all of the walnuts because I didn't read the recipe properly. So I put in all I think 50 grams they give you. Yeah, so they must give you 80 grams. Oh yeah, and I put all of them in the cakes, which I think will be fine because I like walnuts. But yeah, so there was meant to be 20 left over for decoration, but luckily I still had some in the cupboard, so we're fine. So yeah, let's decorate with banana chips. They're using 3, so that's what I'm going to be using per cake, and then we will finish with walnuts. one final chef's touch. Woo! Okay, right. Done. Finished. That was very easy actually. Here's the finished product. I will be very careful not to drop it this time. Right, I will take a picture of it for you and then I think we can try it. Yay!
Okay,
It's not even in it.
it's time to try. Right, and I've got my trusty friend, my
Professional
household.
cake taster. Yeah, exactly.
You know, better like disclaimer.
You
Right,
see your audience dialing
I know.
999 already.
being like, oh, who's breaking the rules? Oh, look at us sitting in the garden.
in
last-
March.
Yeah, last month there was a snowstorm. Okay, I'll just cut this in a really weird way.
Oh, it's got nuts in it.
Yep, so it's a banana, mini, walnut and banana loaf cakes with buttercream on top.
Oh, a controversial one is buttercream, as I learned today.
Well, we're not the biggest fans of buttercream, are we?
So I take the banana piece with it.
The banana is actually nice.
Did you make the banana crisp or did they
No,
give
no,
you
no,
banana
no,
crisp?
They gave them to you.
Okay. Cheers. Oh no, she's already eaten it.
Sorry. It's actually quite good.
Mm.
Ooh, I like the cinnamon.
Yeah, well, you have a cinnamon addiction.
I know, I know. I do like
So
the
I like the
cinnamon.
buttercream a lot.
So,
I like the banana, but I think it's no nicer than stuff you would make like
banana.
not from the Bake Off box.
I think the banana could have been riper because that makes it a lot sweeter. And although I left the bananas in that brown paper bag for
For
like
weeks.
a week, it just didn't get brown. So, and also I think with banana bread they get nicer after a couple of days.
Mm.
So I'm sure in like 2-3 days it will be even better.
No, but this is really delicious.
But
I like the walnut as well.
I also added too much because I didn't read the recipe properly.
Just
So I
much
added
ones.
all of it into the banana bread, and then there was none left to put on top. But we had some in the cupboard. So.
It's really nice, yeah. I like the buttercream a lot. I like the walnut, I like the banana.
So, what I was going to say about the buttercream, it's nice on it with it. On its own, it was a bit much because I think normally when I make buttercream, I have like 1 part butter to like 2 parts sugar. This is like 135 grams of butter or something to only 100 grams of icing sugar. That's very
Crazy.
much. This is too much butter, right? Okay, well I won't bore you with the details.
I'm not a
Anyway,
baker.
this is good. Bake
Oh,
Off
it's
box
really-
number 2 done.
Fantastic.
And
Delicious.
yeah, see you next month.
Get yourself a
Bake
Bake Off box, bros.
Right, see ya.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, please.